Man, I am just so bored today. What's on TV? Same old, same old, same old. You know, this probably isn't the best use of my time. I could be using this time to learn a new skill. One of the platforms you can do that on is LinkedIn Learning, but there isn't a lot of talk about it. So we're gonna learn all about it today because I've spent over 20 hours on the platform and I really have looked at it, and I'm here to share that with you. Check it out. To have access to LinkedIn Learning, you have to have a LinkedIn account. So here we are, I'm logged into LinkedIn, but not only do you have to have a LinkedIn account, you have to have a premium account. Now, that's not as bad as it seems. As you can see, there are a bunch of different plans, but if you get the minimum here, which is the premium career plan, you'll have access to LinkedIn Learning. Now, considering other learning options like lynda.com and Pluralsight, they're $30 a month. So this is comparable, and you get all the extra things that come with LinkedIn Premium. So really great if you're looking for a job. So how do we get to LinkedIn Learning? Well, once you're logged in, you go up here to the top next to work, and we have this little learning icon here. So if we go ahead and click that, we're going to get access to LinkedIn Learning. You can see some classes that you've taken, some that are in progress, some that are saved, and history. And you have that across the top as well. And then some more options here, such as your collections, skills. So for skills, I've just put in things that I know. I'm a front-end web developer, so that's all about the coding, but they have a lot more than just software. And I have to say, the software courses that are newer are actually quite good. Some of the older ones, I'm not a fan of, but I used a lot of these for like Node.js and JavaScript stuff. So the courses themselves are offered through lynda.com or Video2Brain. So you get a mishmash of these. I think it goes to a database and just pulls that information back. It's the exact same courses that you'd get on there. Nothing's changed. It's literally the same stuff with the exercises as well. So they have a lot of things here, not just coding. They have things like photography. So let's go ahead and put that in the search. We can go ahead and look, and there it is. And we have some great stuff on photography, analog photography, all those things. Ben Long, he's a definitely well-known photographer on lynda.com. Great. But if you didn't know exactly what you want to search for, you go up to the library here, click on that, get a drop down, and see all the different things they have to offer: business, creative, technology. You can just go ahead and scroll through those as well. So there's a lot of things you can do here. Become a developer, full stack developer. Let's go ahead and click on that. You get a path, and they have these on lynda.com. So interesting stuff. You have your saved courses here. You can go ahead and do that when you have a course that you like or you've entered into. You can hit that little saved icon. So let's actually go ahead and look at a course. Let's just go back to LinkedIn Learning, and let's go to something like business, customer service, and let's see here, working with and upset customers, phone-based customer service, innovative customer service techniques. That looks good to me. So we go here and we can go ahead and see a preview. There is a high bar for the quality of these videos. They're all like this. They are very well done, very well produced. So I highly recommend them. Let's go ahead and look at some of the options here. Again, there's that save icon, so you can go ahead and save a course. You can go ahead and select the different types of layouts they have. This likes gives you an indicator of how well the course has been received, but don't be fooled. Sometimes a course comes out relatively new and it's not going to have a lot of likes, and it doesn't give you like a dislike option or a stars option to let you know how good it actually is. And that is a drawback for me, because some of these courses are great and some of them not so much. I did a React for Designers course and it was awful. Of course, you can share this on Facebook, LinkedIn, of course, and Twitter. It's pretty cool if you like sharing your learning. And then you have an overview, which is going to give you a quick option, tell you about the author. You can view them on LinkedIn even and learn more. How many people have viewed the course, where people work. Very interesting. Transcripts, so that's cool. It just tells you basically what's going on. You can go through the transcripts. And they also have captions on. So you get transcripts and captions. Not bad. Exercise files. These are a must. They used to come in like a lower tier. You used to have just watching them, and then you had to pay more to have exercise files. And it seems like in the industry, everyone is kind of just including the exercise files now. So that's great. View offline. So if you have the app, you can go ahead and do that. And you can give them feedback, but it doesn't come back as a post, something that you can send other people. You just send it back to LinkedIn or Lynda, and then they'd make the corrections. I mean, it's better than nothing, but I'd really like that community interaction. That's what really makes a lot of these online platforms thrive, is having that community there. So you don't get that with LinkedIn Learning, which is unfortunate. So let's go ahead and look at a few more things here. Let's look at some of these courses that they have. Let's go to Creative and Become a Video Editor. You know, this is really where LinkedIn Learning shines, because it's based off Lynda. Lynda is great for creative professionals. How I learned how to shoot video is mostly from Lynda and a little bit of YouTube. So they're pretty great. If you're watching this and you say, hey, I like these videos, I learned it from here. So it's definitely cool. They have history and foundations of video, you know, really giving you a great foundation. And that's like most of the courses. They just give you a great track to go down. Now, to be fair, these weren't actually built out as specific tracks. So it's taking like a bunch of different courses that they've had and putting them in order. So it's not exactly like a designed course. And the settings gives you a few more options, such as connecting to your LinkedIn or your lynda.com account or your Video2Brain account. You can also see your learning history and your collections of different videos that you've had. Overall, though, it's a pretty bare bones learning platform, and it's in the best type of way. You get all the stuff that you need. You can see the instructors on LinkedIn, which is a really cool thing, and you get all the different types of content. You still get courses and stuff. You might have to do a little bit of digging, but not too much. I've used this a lot, and I do really like it. It has grown on me. I used to prefer lynda.com, but now that I see LinkedIn Learning, I prefer to just go through here and have it connected to another account rather than having a lynda.com and a Pluralsight and a LinkedIn, and you know, the list goes on and on. So this is great for me, but what about you? Is this looking like something you can do? And don't forget, you get all the extra stuff with LinkedIn with this, not just the LinkedIn Learning account. It's a really great deal. I really do like this. I used to prefer lynda.com, but now LinkedIn Learning has grown on me, and I have less accounts. And rather than just having a lynda.com account, a Skillshare account, a Pluralsight account, a Treehouse account, you know, it helps bring some of that madness into order. So are you looking into learning something on LinkedIn Learning? Did you hear about this before? Is it something new to you? What are your thoughts about it now? Let me know in the comment section below, and if you like these types of videos about online learning and web development and self-education, be sure to subscribe. I do a lot of these all the time, and I try to put at least 2 or 3 videos up a week, with one of those being a live stream. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for coming by, and I'll catch you again next time.